what type of primer do you use, or do you use primer?
Yes, so I did moisturize my face. Pond's moisturizer is what I use on all skin tones because it is safe to me. 'Cause I know a lot of people got sensitive skin, so it's very safe for people with sensitive skin. Just something simple, not a lot of perfumes and smells to it. I don't like to use a lot of like smelly products on people's faces. And then I moisturize with that. And then for primer, I use Milk Hydro Primer. This is the GOAT for me. I love it. It's very sticky and it like really gravitates to whatever foundation you're putting on top of it.
Okay. Primer that I have is the Laura Mercier
Period.
Canvas.
Okay, what is it called?
It's the Pure Canvas Primer.
Pure Canvas.
Blurring. But I really like this one.
I'll usually place my primer like in most of the dry areas. So like right here in this crease where people foundation seems to break up. So like if you're a person that when you put your foundation on, you see like a breakup here, you're typically dry. Focus it there.
You know, last week I was a model at Kenneth Schuler, and they were saying that some people do not prefer to use primer and some do. What do you
I think
think?
I think it's a preference. I do think that is if you're not gonna use primer, then you need to like really have a great skincare regimen, before putting on your makeup. If you decide to skip primer altogether, your skincare regimen needs to be good. Like, and when I say that, I include like people with hair on their face. Like a lot of people have a lot like just hairy in general. So like getting that hair off, making sure that your brows are, arched and stuff like that. Me, I'm light, so I always have a 5 o'clock shadow all the time. It's always there. So me just getting that off, before laying the foundation. Me personally, I feel like a good skincare routine and a primer is necessary. It's if you want your makeup to last.
Right. And y'all know I'm working on like building into like a full glam. I'm trying to get to that level. So for me, a primer is important because I want I want to see my makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't see it. Like us who don't really understand the technique and all that. Sometimes you don't see your makeup. You take a picture, you like, dang, I don't like yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
don't
because
anything.
you didn't do something right.
So after primer, I don't apply foundation under my eyes or on my forehead. If I have anything left over on the brush, then I'll like swipe it over my forehead because as you can see, my forehead is already dark. So like I don't want to make it darker. I don't want to make it darker with the foundation, but this is the foundation I use. Also, I like to use e.l.f. is my go-to brushes. I love e.l.f. down, e.l.f. stand. If you ever take a makeup class with me, I'm going to suggest e.l.f. They're easy to use, easy to find, and get your hands on. So I use the Ultimate Blending Brush from e.l.f. So it has to be like a very dense brush. Another thing is when using a stick or even any type of foundation, I like to spray my face afterwards to help maneuver the product around. So like when I put the stick on, I'm going to spray it and then move it. So I usually use the e.l.f. All Nighter Microfiber
Okay.
Spray. It's
Okay.
a liquid spray that is really good and it kind of wets my face enough for me to like blend. So we're going to put foundation. Like I said, I usually go here, 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 here with mine. And then I don't usually go close to my eyes. So this is literally probably it for me.
And I'm gonna do it this way too, the same way. Okay, now you did put some on top.
Yeah, like I went like right below my eyes and then I spray my face a little bit. And then the key to blending is dabbing it in. And I always like to go behind the ears because why not? You don't want it to be like a mask. And I always blend down my neck to move the product around.
Now this is why I felt like it was a little dark, because I'm just not used. See how, and I guess because again, you're right. This part is supposed to be lighter.
Remember, we want to be light here because we highlight here, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why I don't add foundation to my forehead because it sandwiches it like. And then if I have any extra, I'll just, I'll take it, but I don't purposely put it up there.
Okay.
Put it on your nose. Make sure you use foundation on your nose. I have freckles. It don't matter to me if they cover it up or if you can see them. I don't really care.
What's next?
So y'all, after y'all blend out foundation, which my order is brows first, then I typically do eyes. But we're gonna do eyes last this time. But so I wanted to do foundation first. But typically I do brows, then I do eyes, and then I do foundation. But we skipped the brows, we skipped the eyes first, and did foundation second. So we're just gonna continue with the face. So you want to get your concealer, of course. I'm gonna stick with the Fenty Beauty. I have the shades 350 and 360. 350 is my lighter shade to like extra highlight, and then my regular concealer shade is 360. What you use?
Just got some new concealers from NARS. So I have my lighter shade is going to be in the color Walnut. I had not used these yet, so I'm really excited about trying these out.
Just to also educate people, like if you didn't have a darker concealer, you can use your foundation because of course your face is the same. It's going to be one. So if you didn't have like a darker concealer to blend and you don't want sharp, brows that stand out, you can just carve it out with your foundation, or just take your foundation brush and just, kind of blend around it. I actually like the blend on your face, Shanay. The foundation blend. I do. It looks good to me. It matches the neck. What I do too, like remember, my technique is less is more.
Okay.
But you go with whatever the client's comfortable with, right? If I have a client that say I don't really wear makeup like that, I want to stay looking like myself, right? Then I won't go as heavy. So basically, some people do the little triangle technique. I basically just take it, because I have dark spots, so I basically just take it underneath my eye like that. And then I go on the sides of my nose. So like, it's kind of like a triangle. Y'all see, I put concealer in my T-zone, which is this. I call it my cross, because keep me near the cross. My T-zone area. When you highlight in the middle of your forehead, that is where the light is hitting. So if people wonder like why people put that right there, you put highlighter where the light or the sun is going to hit.
Yeah.
Again, at this point, I will spray again, simply because I want to be able to blend, right? Now, the thing about blending is, the way I blend is I want to start from the outer and work my way in. So like the lines on the outer, I don't want to go in like this, because now I'm taking it away. So I start on the outside of those lines and work my way in. I don't want to just be like, how you see people like this? And then it's like you just moving it all over the place, okay? Same thing with under my eye, which is really important to like note. When you're blending under your eye, you don't want to just automatically go here. You want to like start from the outer corners, and like get rid of that line, because you want it to be seamless. Get rid of that line, that harsh line first, and go in, then go in. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
It does. This concentration is causing one to widen their eyes, because they're concentrating very, very.
And the thing about concealer is you want to push the concealer in, right? I want that to be in play. Like, oh, do you see that? Butter. Okay, you want to push it in your skin. This is another reason why prepping your skin is important. So that sticky stuff that we put, or the primer that we put on, this is when all that comes into play. You see that? And you want to blend upward. You want up. Like you see the crease in your eye right here? You want to go up. Never drag. We don't want to look down. Like, you don't want your face to be droopy. You want it to be upward.
And this, for those of you who may have issues with your muscles in your arms, I would highly advise you to get somebody else to help you, because
the thing about makeup artists is that flick of the wrist is real.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all got
real. You have to be willing to blend, like, and you could do this. Like, just think, If you need, like, you know, people like 5-second beat, once you keep doing it, you're going to be good at it. So remember, the size of your nose, like me, I have a deep groove there. So you can like make sure you get that concealer at the side of your nose. Excuse me, y'all.
And I think I kind of went in a little bit more, but if we are we going to contour out the nose just a bit to kind of.
Yep, we're going to do all of that. So don't be afraid to blend.
I'm really, really liking what I'm seeing so far, y'all. Like,
You do?
I'm really,
Okay.
I'm thinking, it seems like it's getting where it need to be.
So I'll take a lighter. This is 350, and I'll put it right here in the corner. Just a little bit in the corner. And blend it.
Now, let me ask you something. This is off topic, but on topic because we are both moms and we both have daughters. And I just want to know, what do you think is the appropriate age to start allowing your daughter to wear makeup? And part 2 of that question is, what would you start with?
For me, my daughter was cheering, so I had no choice but to like do her makeup because she was in cheerleading. But now, if let's just say your child wasn't a cheerleader, right? For me, I would say the appropriate age would probably be like 10th grade for me. And when I say 10th grade, that just means you mascara, maybe a little liner underneath, and some lip gloss and a liner pen. That's literally, and maybe you could take a brow gel and just use the brow gel. 10th grade, that's it. Just because I would want my daughter to learn to love her skin and like nurture her real skin before she gets into the glam, because we got time for that. We could do that. You know what I mean? You got prom, you got little dances and things like that you might go to.
I did mess up my nose here. As you can
Let me
see,
see.
it's very crooked. I look like a witch. And what we're going to
just go down and blend it out. Just make sure you blend the line out because you can fix it with the contour.
Look at that, y'all. It's like magic. How is my blending under my eyes?
I like it. I will probably put a little bit more concealer right in that dip right there. Just a little bit and blend that. And look up when you do it. Yep, right there. No, I mean, you got to look at yourself. I'm talking about, I'm saying look up when you blend. Yep. So the reason why I'm having her look in, because I want that concealer to get in that crease. So as Shanay's doing her concealer, I'm doing the setting portion of my face. Press powder under my eyes, and then if I want to bake, then I'll bake. But for me, I just use a pressed powder, and I'm just pressing the powder in because I want to set all the areas that were wet, Paul. So any area that is liquid, that you've applied liquid, you want to set with the powder. You cannot leave liquid just sitting on your face. Press. Yes. We want to get in there. Yep. Press. Good. That looks good. Press going up to like in the arch. Yep. Go take it all the way up. Yeah. Yeah.
The difference. If y'all are watching this, you can literally see the difference by her giving me the steps to do and how it literally is lifting my eye up. Yeah, that looks great.
Lift it up.
Okay.
You got a little bit brighter, but that's cool because you still have things to add on your face. Now make sure you set your nose and your forehead and underneath your nose and your chin. You need to always have a face compact powder, like a Micro Smooth powder. Like this is Sephora, and they have different shades in Sephora, but people also use the MAC one.
And Sephora's is really good for those of you who can't afford to spend.
Oh no, let me show y'all what I use too. So if you can't afford like Sephora, baby, get you the Fit Me Fix Up. Oh yes, the Fit Me poreless powders, baby, they work just as good as the Sephora one. You put them under your eye, you can set your foundation, all of that. This is probably like, I don't know, this is probably like $20 or $18. This was probably like $12. So you can go to any drugstore and Fit Me will be there, right? You just got to find the right shade. So like, of course, this shade would be a lighter shade because I'm putting it under my eye. If I was setting my foundation, I would get a darker shade just like this to set my foundation. What I'll do here is set my foundation, and I'm gonna use the Fit Me one in 330 just to put it where I apply my foundation. That's it. That's all you want to do.
And you're using your same foundation brush, right?
And I'm using my foundation brush.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna set my forehead because I put a little bit up there and on my nose. So you just literally just a light dab, because even though mine was a stick, yours was liquid, so you want to set it. All right? All right. Good. So you should look smooth. Okay, cool. Now we want to contour. Contouring is tricky. Everybody don't like contour. Everybody want to use a contour brush. I personally don't. So for me, I use the same foundation brush. Your foundation brush is the GOAT for me because it has foundation on it already. It has product on it already. And that helps blend things together. Now, for people who don't like liquid, True Complexion by Black Radiance contour palette, this is really good for people who are afraid to use liquid. They don't want to use, they're afraid. You know what I mean? You could just go straight in with a powder. I'm going to use a liquid and a powder.
Okay.
So what I do is, this is Tarte. So again, this is a travel size because I don't, you don't need that much for contour. So I'm in Tarte in the shade Rich. So 5'7". Rich, what do you use for contour?
So I was going to watch you do it first, but.
Okay, so let's do both. Since you have a powder, I have a powder, you have a stick, I have liquid, that's fine. So basically, what we're going to do is apply the liquid, blend it out. Again, we are going to set the liquid with the powder because we're not just going to do powders, and then apply bronzer on top of that. So what you want to do is, like, you could take your finger or do like this or whatever, and it's a bone right there.
Yeah.
Feel that bone? You want to place your contour here on that bone because we're going to blend up. When you blend, you're going to blend up. You don't want to blend down because it's going to drag your face down. Again, we want to look snatched, right? So for her, she's swiping. So you want to make sure you stay away from the top, the points of your cheeks. Keep it back here. I'm going to just dab mine, and I'm here with it. And I'm not taking it no further than there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you want to put it there. And then I also contour my forehead because it's big. You know what I'm saying?
Too.
And then you want to do your other side. And then I also contour my nose. So when my nose contour, you want to look straight with that. Like, because you don't want to... I only put it, like, right here, though, Shanay. Like, with your stick, only go... You see where your nose flips up a little bit? Right. You start right there, and you basically don't want to take it no further.
So
just
only right
simply
here?
2 little lines. Not that far down. You want to stay... right there in the middle, like 2 little small lines. Yep, right there. Yep. Because remember, you have to blend, and you don't want to take it too far and you blend it. I want it to be straight. Like, your hand needs to be, like, literally on that bone.
Okay, wait a second.
It's hard to say.
Right?
No, like, if you pinched your nose, right? You see that? Like, where your end of your nail is, like right here, that's where it needs to be. Boom. And you need, yes, just like that. Why I don't see it? You ain't using this. Oh, you put it on the brush.
Yeah.
Use the product. Use the product. Look,
y'all.
the product. Take it and do like this. I just need a little dab. Yes. Do the other side, please. You need to, no, you went down. I need you to go inward. But that's fine because we're going to blend. Remember, when we blend, it's going to be far out. But that's why your setting powder is going to bring it back together. So I don't mind that you messed up. And press against that bone and go straight down. Straight down. No, fix the line.
But first of all, what if my bone is crooked? The bone in my nose is bumpy and crooked. So you want me to do something that's impossible?
You just needed to set here. Start there. And it's going to spread, but we're going to fix it with our setting powder. Okay? Again, I'm pressing, but I want to go upward. Do not drag it down. You want to blend, like push, 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 push. You see that? I'm creating a shadow. Yep, so press, 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 press. Now, mind you, when you press it up, you're going to be able to see a line up here. We don't want that. So you still want to take that. That's another reason why I like using the foundation brush, but just find the way. That looks good, Shanay. Now blend. You see how now when you look towards the camera straight on, turn to the side a little bit. You see a little chisel there? Yes, you need to blend that some more. And then at the top, that top line, you don't want it to be harsh. So that's why you take your brush and we're going to get rid of that. We're going to smooth that out, but we still got that line underneath there. We still want that. And then you want to take it around. You want to take it around the perimeter of your head and then start to blend that contour. I go in circles and I go downward because I want my forehead to be shrunk. So I'm going downward, but I'm not going to go too close to where I highlighted because I don't want to get rid of that. Blend that. So I see it's a little harsh. And if you find it's not moving, spray your face. Now for the nose, I take my foundation because it's stiff, right? Take your foundation brush and I just push it on the side of my nose and blend downward. Yes, push it. You want to keep the brush here. You want to keep the brush flat. No, move your hands back. You like way up here. You notice that my hand is back here because I want control of the brush and the bristles. So just press. Look, Shanay, press and blend. Don't pick up the brush. I just want you to press it in.
Just know this is as hard as it looks, okay?
Look, and then look at me. I'm using force on this nose because I want that line to go away, but I want the shadow to stay.
And I didn't know you had to be a epidextrous. Is that how you pronounce it? When you have to use your left hand, because I'm real crazy right now trying to do with my left hand. Okay.
My shadow is still there. Shanay, that looks good.
It does look
That
good.
looks good.
Good tip.
That looks good, girl. Okay. Now, let's clean it up because now I want you to see this snatch nose, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's take your powder. I want you to only place the powder here, like in this area right here.
Okay.
Like in between that crease of your nose. We're not going all the way up in concealer. We're keeping it right here where the crease of your nose is, right there, and below to where the bottom of your nose. That's the only place I want the powder. So like, as you can see, the two sides of that line she just did, that was where she put the contour. So now we're defining the nose. Then I want you to put it on the side of the nose so that we can define that contour line that we created, right? Are you starting to see the difference between the two? Okay. So like, you know how when you had the contour all the way down here and it kind of like when you put that powder up there, it's removing it and making the line straighter. Yes, Shanay, that looks good.
Yes.
Good.
I can see
That
that.
looks good. Yes, I like it. I like it. Okay, cool. Now, we're going to take the bronzer. I'm using a NYX Professional Buttermelt in the shade Butter Biscuit.
Again, I'm using the NARS Laguna Bronzing Powder and Laguna 8.
Yep. So you can take your contour I use my I use my foundation brush, it's easy. But you could take your contour brush, dip it in your bronzer, and you're going to go on top of everywhere you put your contour. So you just want to blend, but remember we're going upward. Yep. So it's just defining, adding a little texture there. It's defining where you were with your contour. You see what I'm saying? But the key is you need to make sure that you are blending. You don't want it to be harsh. You're just bronzing up the face. And when they say bronzing up the face, they saying bringing more color back to your face because all the powders and all of that can make you look washed out. So when you bronze, you can totally skip contour and go straight to bronzing up your face. You don't have to have both. We just use both today, but you don't have to. The excess, I do put it on the edges of my foundation under my face just to blend that. That's it. And behind my ear. And when you're satisfied with your blend, let me see, Shanay. Blend the other side a little bit for me. That side, yeah. And really, really push your brush in there too. Yeah, like get in there. That looks good, Shanay.
I'm really proud. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it looks so
Good. proud of you. You know how to do your makeup, but like you did that today.
Thank you. I am really
So like
proud.
when you step back and you look at it in like a different lighting, you kind of analyze yourself, see what you probably need to fix. Do you like what you see?
I do feel like I definitely was heavier on the bronzer on this side than this side. So it's almost like I almost need to go for it. It's like when I'm really, really getting made up here, and then on here it's more like a soft everyday. You know what I mean? So I'm not exactly sure how I could bring it back down, or should I just go for it on this side?
So the only way you could possibly bring it back down is possibly, I wouldn't add any more concealer. I would say spray your face, like spray that side and take your foundation brush and blend out some more.
This side?
Okay, so now we're going to reverse contour to kind of clean up our contour lines, right? Reverse contouring is basically when we did this, we want to now, remember we placed it above the line. Now we're going to place our setting powder below the line where that curve is of your cheek, and take the powder and I connect it from the middle of my ear going down to the crease of my lip. Or you can, or you can, I do it because my face is smaller, but like, or you can stop right there on the apple of your cheek, right there. You don't have to drag it all the way down, but you want to just carve out that curve.
And this is with my Sasha, right?
Yeah, just carve out that curve. And this is another way people like to kind of define the cheek. Yeah, let me see.
Not enough.
Put a little bit of more powder, please. I like that. Yeah, that was a lot. When I said a little bit, baby, you put a lot. But that's okay. Wipe it away a little bit. Like swipe it with your.
Hey, hold on.
Baby girl said, girl, you gonna see these cheek lines. I like that though. Yeah.
Leave it.
Yep, I like that.
Right?
Because you're gonna dust it away. That's why you use that fine powder. Take it slow.
I think I'm up too high.
Yeah, you are. You went up too high, but just dust it off. But dust it off with yeah. Yep. See, makeup is easy. Don't stress over it. You put a lot on that side, Shanay, so dust it off a little bit. Yeah, I still see that line. Shanay, you look airbrush. Like, that looks good. I like it.
It look good.
Now,
it really does.
It's blush time. So I'm going to use the NYX Buttermilk Blush in Butter with Time.
I'm using Top Shelf by the Lip Bar.
Like, can I see it? Like, what it looks like? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, blush brush is usually something fluffy. I'm using the Real Techniques 400 fluffy brush. Now, the thing with blush, you don't want to have blush blindness, but I like blush because it typically goes away the quickest. You find it. Like, I need the blush, right? So, what I do is I just literally swipe really lightly to dust it off a little bit if there's any fallout. I love the base. Your base looks really good, Shanay, for real. Not even lying.
Well, now that I know my color foundations, right, I feel like I'm a little bit more confident.
Now, make sure it's light. Like the brush is literally not like, you know what I'm saying? You want it to be as light as possible. And apples of your cheeks going upward. Like, remember, upward. Apples of your cheeks. So what I do is I just dab. Like, lightly dab it. Start off light, but you want to smile with it. Smile. Shanay, I need your brush to be, it look like your brush is more so inward. I need you to be like on the sides of your face. It look like you barely touching it. You scared?
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking
Okay,
about
try it this way. Like going straight forward on your apple of your cheek. Because you look like you scared. You see that?
Yeah, yours look beautiful.
Let me see. Turn to the side. Now make sure you're going up because you want to be a little bit blended into the contour, but at the top where the contour stops. Right? That looks good. Turn to the side. Blend for me. Yeah, go ahead. Go up and around, like in a curve around your hairline.
Okay.
Yep. Blend. That looks good. Good. Come closer. Now blend. Smile while you're doing it for me so I can see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. See how you added a little bit more color? Yep. Take your foundation brush, press that in. And we're still staying out of the area of the contour, of the highlighter. You know what I'm saying? Like we still have that transition.
Let's see what
we still have it. Yes, we want that, but we want it to blend, right? Because now we're gonna add highlighter, duh.
Highlighter do you use?
My own. So it's not on the market, y'all, but it was. I sold out of it, but it's the Stylish Glam Press Powder Highlight. I love it down. I need to come back out with it, but yes, I use my own. It's very, very, very pigmented. You can use it as a eyeshadow if you would like to as well, but I love that. It's just amazing. But I usually use that, and I use my blush brush to apply it.
I'm gonna
So
learn.
let me see how you place it on that side with your fan first.
So I'm using MAC Gold Deposit. This is the one I've always had.
Ooh, that's a gold. That's a gold.
And it's
I
pretty.
love it.
All right, so I just kind of tap in a little bit, but then I gotta tap the excess off, and I just kind of put it here. You probably
I
can.
don't see it. I don't see it yet.
Yeah. That's fear right there. That's fear. That's called fear of putting too much.
Oh, you could blend it inside of the blush, because remember, the blush is like color, right? So you just add in shimmer to a color. That's how I look at it.
I see that, and
that's another reason why I use my blush brush too, because it's like I'm just adding shimmer to a color. And some blushes, like the blush I use, it got shimmer in here, but baby, we like to be glowing. Down the bridge of my nose just a little bit. And again, you highlight wherever the light is going to hit you. And I love a good highlighter on my Cupid's bow. Got to have it.
So for that, I definitely use my fan brush because I know I can just hit it right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that looks good.
And then I come up here with it.
You're right. All right. Now, we're going to spray our face one more time. Spray it really good this time because you want your makeup to blend. I usually have a fan. I don't know what my fan is, but when I spray, I then take my foundation brush while my face is still a little wet and blend all those areas together. So if it is a harsh line somewhere, they're gonna be gone. And it helps to smooth everything, right? That looks good, Shanay. Do you really like it?
I do.
Okay.
I love.
I'm like, girl, do you really like it? Because it looks really good from my point of view.
I would be like, Dennisha, I need to fix this. No, I love it.
You would tell me. I'm sure you would. Okay, let's put a little bit of contour on our lid. Because we didn't do anything to our lids. So I like to put a bronzer on my eyelid. Yeah, like it looks like it's just adding a little color. You know it's there. That's all I want.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and then I'm just blending. And when you blend, go in circular motions, back and forth, making sure you getting rid of any like lines, but you want to make sure you add in the color. Second to last step is the under eye black liner. I use the Inglot 77. It's it's in a pomade. I like this because it's super black. It's waterproof. It does not move. I'll put it up here. I usually just only use it under my eye. So I use the NYX Professional pencil, and it's in the shade Chocolate. You can use Chocolate or Espresso for my brown girl. This is Benefit. The Benefit Brow Gel comes like this. This is the travel size. Again, y'all, I buy the travel size. But it's the Benefit Brow. It has the brown tint to it. This is in the shade number 4. You can either get 4, 5, or 4.5. And then also, if you didn't want to buy this, because this one is like $18 for this little container, or you can go with the NYX Brow Glue.
Okay.
Really, really good. This one is in brown, so it tints your brows without having to like use a pencil. See how her brow got defined because she used that gel? That's amazing. And that's just clear. So just imagine how fuller they're gonna look with a brown. So like really the brows define the shape structure of your face. So like that's why I love them because it's like, yeah, like it brings it together. Okay, cool. Let's do our lip concoction to finish off the look. I'm using now, y'all. I like this ColourPop. I use ColourPop lip liner. I don't even know the shade, but baby, you can use any brown lip liner out there. She's gonna use Chestnut by MAC, and this one is ColourPop. I don't know what brown this is by ColourPop. I don't even know if ColourPop still sell it, but when they had it out, when it first came out, I bought like 10 of these because it was my shade. I was like, no. And now I'm down to the wire. I think this is like one of two more that I have left, but I love this shade. And then I'm gonna pair it with the e.l.f. Clear and Centron Gleam. People have been telling me that this color has been so hard to find. But baby, I'm telling y'all, this is the color of the summer.
Okay. I am not a glossy girl. I am a lipstick kind of a girl. However, for the sake of this, I think I'm gonna use my Pat McGrath
Let's see.
and this really pretty.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
really cute.
remember what shade this is, but this was on the Star Wars line. So I don't know if they still have it or not, but it's really pretty. So I'm gonna try that.
So the key to blending your lips, right? Some people like doing this, some people don't. But it's a pet peeve of mine if I see that your liner isn't blended. So like you put your liner on, but like I need you to do all the things like blend. I need you to blend that line because I don't like harsh lines, okay? Now I'm gonna take it and I'm kind of gonna get rid of the harsh line. I love that color liner on you.
It's my go-to.
I like to only put the gloss in the middle.
That's a pretty color. I love that. And
Cute,
it's
right?
up, but it still looks like you. I do have my Anastasia Beverly Hills.
Yeah, like let's try that on top
Okay.
because it's a little bit more pigmented.
Definitely the Pink Family.
And then you take your liner and define that line. I miss you. Talk it to you, baby. To bring the color back. That's made up right there.
This is pretty. This is pretty.
See?
Love this.
Yeah.
Y'all have to admit now, if you watched my previous video, just go back and watch it. Okay, and it'll be here. This face looks completely different than the face that I did before.
And you don't even got your lashes on. You ain't got no lashes on.
No lashes. No mascara is even on.
No mascara.
Do you ever do top liner? Like, do you line the top of your?
No, but like I said, I wear falsies, so I just don't like getting anything in them because it's hard to clean them.
I am using the Better Than Sex mascara, and it did something. Can y'all see it? It's doing what needs to be done. So even if you don't want to do a full face, I do recommend mascara. If a girl says, I'm intimidated by all these processes, all these steps, if you didn't have like everything that you have today, what would you have? What are the essentials for a makeup bag?
I would definitely have a foundation, good foundation. I would definitely have a brow gel. I would definitely have mascara. I would definitely have concealer.
Nope. Can't do concealer.
I can't do concealer?
No, because think about it. I only got into
well, if I couldn't have foundation and I could only have concealer, if I couldn't have concealer, I would rather not have foundation and have just concealer. Yeah. Because I know a lot of people that just put concealer as foundation and it looks good.
How? Because that means
they're getting a concealer that's at the skin tone.
Okay.
So and then they're just putting it on. So, and then they're also able to cover up dark circles with it. You know what I'm saying? Give me a lip liner, lip gloss. Give me mascara and give me a brow gel.
So lip liner, mascara, brow gel, and lip gloss.
And I'm good.
Okay.
And I'm good.
Wow. I am so cute. Ah, y'all, this listen, Denisha, you have done like this is so good. And I have to say, like, you are really, really great at teaching step by step. You gave me visuals so that I can realize what it is that I'm doing and why. Because when you talked about the nose thing, like that whole explanation, it was so good. Like you did an excellent job helping us understand what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish. So you are an excellent teacher. This is fabulous. Fabulous.
I'm glad you like it, Shanay. You did a good job.
Thank
And
you.
that you're really like I told you before, you're not my target audience for real. Like people who just want to learn how to do their own makeup and slay themselves. Like you the artist.
Yeah, this is so good. I love this. Okay. First of all, so tell us number one, where they can follow you, how to stay updated on whatever new things that you go into and put out. Give us all the details on how we can keep in touch.
Yeah. So my TikTok and Instagram is Stylish Glam Cosmetics. I want everybody to follow me over there. Want to follow me on Facebook? Dennisha Collins is my name on Facebook. I post content there too. I don't really typically go live because, like you said, fear is really something that's been holding me back. Because it's like, oh my God, what am I going to talk about? Like, you know what I mean? Like everything doesn't have to be a conversation. I'm learning like you could just get on there and you don't say nothing and people just sit there and ask you questions while you're doing your makeup, like, and of course I'm not afraid to speak and educate people, but it's just getting over the fear of being like everybody's staring at me and everybody's hopping on, and people could be so mean and so cruel sometimes. So just stop myself from having those negative thoughts and just doing it. Like today, we had fun. It seems natural. Like it's what I want to do. For real, what I love to do for real. So it was easy, and I got to do my makeup too. So yes,
You have nothing to fear. This is your ministry. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what you
thank
call
you.
to do. And you enjoy it. And so so it's going to work because you enjoy it.
I did want to say that my makeup class that's coming up, I haven't set a date yet, but I did want to let the people know, like in the makeup class, you're going to get a full entire makeup kit of everything that you need. Every single thing. Only thing that's not going to be in the kits will be the setting powders and the foundation, because I want to shade match you in real time, sort of like how we did it today. Just making sure that your match is perfect. And sometimes foundation could be a little expensive, on the expensive side, and I really want to make sure if I shade match you in the class, you'll feel confident going into Sephora getting exactly what you need versus buying something, bringing it to me, and it doesn't work.
Shop. Now, if you have questions, again, go to her Instagram. It'll be below right here, and you can DM her your questions. But thank you, Denisha, for joining us.
Bye.